Some vehicles display wealth, success, and refined taste. The 2026 Mercedes-Maybach GLS 800 Black Series belongs to that rare category. It's more than transportation, it's a statement of power and ambition. In this video, we explore its dramatic design and extraordinary craftsmanship. Before we continue, subscribe to the channel for more fascinating car technology. The Maybach GLS 800 projects a quiet dominance few objects can achieve. Its matte obsidian finish feels deep and mysterious, commanding attention naturally. Mercedes has elevated this experience to an architectural level. It is a moving structure of power and prestige. From the very first glance, the front of the vehicle establishes this new identity. The massive grille dominates the design, but not in a way that feels excessive. Vertical dark chrome elements rise like pillars, forming a striking visual signature that gives the SUV a commanding face. Rather than functioning as just another design element, the grille feels like a gateway into the personality of the machine itself. Standing before the GLS 800 Black Series, it becomes clear that this is not simply another luxury SUV competing for attention. Instead, it feels like a vehicle that exists in its own category. A creation that forces you to pause for a moment and acknowledge how far automotive ambition can go when engineers and designers are given the freedom to push beyond expectations. And as we continue exploring the details of this extraordinary machine, its presence only becomes more remarkable. And as you begin to look more closely at the 2026 Mercedes-Maybach GLS 800 Black Series, the design reveals layers of intention that go far beyond simple luxury styling. The Maybach GLS has always been known for its elegance and scale, but the Black Series interpretation reshapes that identity into something far more assertive. This is not just refinement. It is refinement combined with controlled aggression. The front fascia alone communicates that transformation. The grille is no longer just a decorative centerpiece. Instead, it feels monumental, almost architectural in its presence. The vertical dark chrome bars rise like sculpted columns, giving the SUV a face that appears both elegant and intimidating at the same time. It does not attempt to appear friendly or playful. Instead, the design embraces authority, projecting the kind of confidence that comes from absolute certainty in its purpose. From the side, the proportions of the GLS 800 Black Series become even more striking. Luxury SUVs often struggle to balance size with elegance, but here, the scale is handled with remarkable precision. The body stretches long and powerful, yet the lines remain clean and purposeful. The matte obsidian finish shifts subtly depending on how light touches the surface. Under street lights, it reveals layers of depth, almost like liquid shadow moving across metal. One of the most impressive elements of the design is the stance. The SUV sits wide and grounded, giving the impression that it is anchored to the road. This is reinforced by the specially engineered Black Series wheels. Massive and intricately designed, they fill the wheel arches completely, creating a visual balance between strength and sophistication. The design of the wheels feels almost mechanical and artistic at the same time. The turbine-like pattern suggests motion even when the vehicle is standing still. As you walk around the vehicle, another detail becomes clear. No surface feels accidental. Every angle appears deliberate, every contour shaped to create movement in the reflections that travel across the body. The rear section avoids the soft rounded taper that many luxury SUVs rely on. Instead, it narrows with a confident, almost nautical sharpness, resembling the stern of a high-performance yacht cutting through dark water. The side profile becomes an essay in proportion and restraint. The extended wheelbase allows the vehicle to carry its size with dignity rather than bulk. Subtle creases along the doors add definition without disrupting the overall calm of the design. And when the light moves across the matte black finish, the SUV almost appears alive, its surfaces shifting and evolving with every angle. Even the smallest elements reinforce the identity of the Black Series. The Maybach badges are finished in darker tones, blending into the bodywork rather than standing out aggressively. The quad exhaust outlets, positioned with precision at the rear, hint at the immense power hidden beneath the refined exterior. They suggest that beneath the calm and controlled surface lies an engine capable of extraordinary performance. What makes this design so compelling is the way all of these elements work together. Nothing feels excessive, yet nothing feels restrained to the point of anonymity. Instead, the GLS 800 Black Series occupies a rare space between art and engineering. It carries the elegance expected from the Maybach name while introducing a darker, more commanding personality. The result is a luxury SUV that does not simply exist to impress through size or decoration. It impresses through presence, through the way it occupies space, through the way it makes other vehicles around it seem suddenly ordinary. And as remarkable as the exterior design is, stepping inside the GLS 800 Black Series reveals an environment that takes the concept of luxury even further. And the moment you open the door of the 2026 Mercedes-Maybach GLS 800 Black Series, the experience changes completely. The commanding exterior presence prepares you for something special, but the interior reveals a level of refinement that feels almost detached from the outside world. Stepping inside is less like entering a car and more like crossing into a private sanctuary. Designed entirely around comfort, craftsmanship, and absolute control over your environment, the cabin greets you with an atmosphere that immediately communicates calm authority. The color palette is intentionally restrained, built around deep blacks, subtle metallic accents, and carefully layered materials that create a sense of depth rather than visual noise. The black diamond quilted leather covering the seats and panels feels exceptionally soft, crafted with the kind of precision that only the most experienced artisans can achieve. Each stitch is placed with exact consistency, forming patterns that are both elegant and purposeful. Luxury inside the Maybach GLS 800 Black Series is not about overwhelming the senses with decoration. Instead, it focuses on harmony. Every material complements the next. The leather flows into polished metal surfaces, which transition seamlessly into finely textured trim elements. The result is a cabin that feels balanced and deliberate, where nothing appears random or unnecessary. When you settle into the seats, the engineering behind them becomes immediately apparent. These are not ordinary luxury seats designed simply for comfort during short journeys. They are fully reclining executive chairs that rival those found in the first-class cabins of long-haul international flights. The cushions adapt to your body with subtle adjustments, while advanced massage systems and climate control maintain an ideal level of comfort regardless of the conditions outside. Passengers in the rear experience an especially elevated level of luxury. The extended wheelbase of the GLS platform allows for generous space, transforming the back of the vehicle into a lounge-like environment. Footrests extend smoothly, allowing occupants to recline almost completely while the vehicle glides along the road. In this position, the traditional idea of travel fatigue begins to disappear. Instead of simply enduring the journey, passengers are able to relax and enjoy it. Lighting plays an important role in shaping the interior experience. The ambient lighting system can be adjusted into a wide range of tones and intensities, creating moods that change the character of the cabin. Above the passengers, the panoramic roof stretches across the cabin, allowing natural light to enter during the day and offering a clear view of the sky at night. Sound inside the GLS 800 Black Series has been engineered with the same attention to detail. The premium sound system creates an immersive acoustic environment where every instrument feels precisely positioned. Hidden under the carefully sculpted hood is a machine built for extraordinary performance, one capable of delivering immense power while maintaining elegance. Beneath the sculpted hood lies an engine producing 800 horsepower, transforming this massive vehicle into something remarkably dynamic. Acceleration unfolds smoothly, almost effortlessly, as though the road itself is being pulled toward the vehicle with remarkable grace. Air suspension technology allows the vehicle to adapt continuously, adjusting ride height and stiffness in real time for a silent gliding ride. One of the most remarkable qualities of the GLS 800 Black Series is the way it manages to combine opposite characteristics. It feels massive when you look at it from the outside, yet once it begins moving, that sense of weight seems to disappear. The SUV flows along the road with a smoothness that resembles the motion of a luxury yacht gliding across calm water. Driving this vehicle becomes less about controlling a machine and more about guiding a powerful presence forward. The road unfolds beneath it with ease, and long distances pass almost unnoticed. The balance between strength and refinement becomes especially clear during highway travel. At high speeds, the cabin remains incredibly quiet, allowing passengers to continue conversations or enjoy music without interruption. This combination of engineering and luxury places the GLS 800 Black Series in a very unusual position within the automotive world. It exists in a segment where competition is already fierce. Brands like Bentley and Rolls-Royce have long defined the highest levels of luxury SUVs, while performance-focused manufacturers such as Lamborghini and Ferrari have introduced their own interpretations of powerful high-end sport utility vehicles. Yet the Maybach approach feels distinct from all of them. Rather than focusing purely on speed or pure opulence, the GLS 800 Black Series aims to deliver something broader, an experience of complete authority on the road. It is not about proving that it can be the fastest SUV in a straight line, nor about overwhelming passengers with excessive ornamentation. Instead, it creates an atmosphere where power, comfort, and elegance exist together in perfect balance. This is what makes driving the GLS 800 Black Series feel different from driving almost any other luxury SUV. It does not ask for attention, and it does not try to impress through noise or spectacle. Instead, it simply moves forward with quiet confidence, carrying its passengers through the world with the calm assurance of something that knows exactly what it is capable of. And that quiet confidence becomes even more meaningful when you begin to understand what this vehicle represents beyond its performance and design. And once you begin to step back from the engineering and craftsmanship of the 2026 Mercedes-Maybach GLS 800 Black Series, something deeper starts to become clear. This SUV is not simply a luxury product built to satisfy a market demand. It represents a philosophy about power, status, and the way modern luxury expresses itself in the world. In an era where many high-end vehicles compete by becoming louder, more aggressive, or more visually extreme, the Maybach GLS 800 Black Series follows a very different path. Its strength lies in restraint. Instead of trying to dominate attention through noise or excessive styling, it commands respect through quiet authority. When the vehicle appears, it changes the atmosphere around it. The matte obsidian finish absorbs reflections from the surrounding environment, giving the SUV a presence that feels almost mysterious. It does not glitter or sparkle the way many luxury vehicles do. Instead, it stands calm and composed, projecting a confidence that feels deliberate and controlled. That quality is what gives the GLS 800 Black Series its unique character. It embodies a type of luxury that does not depend on proving itself to anyone. Much like the world's most prestigious private estates or historic palaces, its impact comes from the way it occupies space rather than the way it calls attention to itself. When it arrives somewhere, people notice it not because it demands to be seen, but because it carries an aura that naturally draws attention. This subtle form of dominance has long been associated with the Maybach name. For decades, Maybach vehicles have symbolized the highest levels of automotive craftsmanship and exclusivity. But the GLS 800 Black Series takes that legacy and adapts it to a new era of luxury mobility. It brings together traditional values such as handcrafted materials and quiet comfort with modern engineering, capable of delivering extraordinary performance. The result is a vehicle that feels both timeless and contemporary at the same time. On one hand, the interior craftsmanship reflects centuries-old traditions of luxury design, where skilled artisans shape materials by hand and focus on precision down to the smallest detail. On the other hand, the technology integrated into the vehicle represents the most advanced systems available today, from intelligent suspension management to immersive digital displays that transform the driving experience. This blend of tradition and innovation creates an identity that few vehicles can replicate. While many competitors attempt to define luxury through sheer extravagance, the Maybach GLS 800 Black Series expresses it through balance. It offers immense power without sacrificing elegance. It provides unmatched comfort without feeling disconnected from the road, and it maintains a visual presence that feels bold yet carefully restrained. Another aspect that sets this SUV apart is the emotional reaction it creates in people who encounter it. Even individuals who are not deeply involved in the automotive world often sense that the vehicle represents something significant. There is a certain gravity to its design that suggests importance. It carries the feeling of an object built not merely to function, but to symbolize a particular level of achievement. For owners, this symbolism becomes part of the experience of driving the GLS 800 Black Series. Sitting behind the wheel or relaxing in the rear cabin, they are not simply traveling from one destination to another. Instead, they are participating in a form of modern luxury culture that values refinement, privacy, and understated authority. And this cultural significance may ultimately be what ensures that the GLS 800 Black Series is remembered long after its model year has passed. Because vehicles like this do not appear often. They represent moments when engineering ambition, design creativity, and brand heritage align. The 2026 Mercedes-Maybach GLS 800 Black Series therefore stands not just as a luxury SUV, but as a statement about what the highest level of automotive craftsmanship can achieve when limitations are removed and vision is allowed to guide the process. And when you finally consider the full picture, the design, the interior sanctuary, the performance, and the symbolism, the impact becomes impossible to ignore. When you finally step back and look at the 2026 Mercedes-Maybach GLS 800 Black Series as a complete creation, it becomes clear that this vehicle represents something larger than just a new luxury SUV entering the market. It stands as a symbol of how far automotive engineering and design have evolved, and how the idea of luxury continues to change with time. Every generation introduces machines that redefine expectations, and the GLS 800 Black Series feels like one of those rare moments when an entire category is pushed forward. Luxury SUVs have existed for many years, but few have managed to create the kind of presence that this vehicle carries. Many models attempt to impress through sheer size, aggressive styling, or extreme performance figures. The Maybach GLS 800 Black Series takes a different path. Its design communicates power without shouting. Its performance is extraordinary, yet delivered with composure, and its interior offers indulgence that feels sophisticated rather than excessive. The GLS 800 Black Series is more than just a vehicle, it's a statement of restrained luxury and effortless power. From the outside, its matte black finish and muscular stance project an authority that immediately separates it from ordinary traffic. Inside, the cabin focuses on craftsmanship and atmosphere, creating a space that feels calm, controlled, and deeply comfortable. But don't be fooled by the elegance. Beneath the surface lies an 800 horsepower engine that provides effortless acceleration. Sophisticated suspension and stability systems ensure a smooth, confident glide across city streets and long highways alike. This vehicle reminds us that true prestige comes from restraint, quiet dominance without the need for flashy details. The GLS 800 Black Series represents a form of success that doesn't need to be announced loudly. It is luxury redefined. Because of that, the 2026 Mercedes-Maybach GLS 800 Black Series may ultimately be remembered as more than just another luxury model. It could become a symbol of a particular moment in automotive history, a time when manufacturers combined advanced technology, traditional craftsmanship, and bold design vision to create machines that felt almost timeless. Vehicles like this rarely appear, and when they do, they tend to leave a lasting impression on the industry. Future luxury SUVs will inevitably be compared to the standard that the GLS 800 has established. Competitors may attempt to surpass it with more power, more technology, or more extravagant styling. But what will be difficult to replicate is the balance this vehicle achieves between strength and elegance. The GLS 800 Black Series proves that ultimate luxury is not defined by a single element. It is not just speed, not just comfort, and not just design. True greatness in automotive engineering emerges when all of these qualities come together in harmony, and that is precisely what Mercedes-Maybach has accomplished here. The GLS 800 Black Series stands as a sovereign presence on the road, a vehicle that does not simply follow the evolution of luxury SUVs, but reshapes the direction they are heading. After witnessing what this machine represents, it becomes difficult to look at the world of high-end SUVs the same way again.